Good morning and welcome to Newswatch Today. I'm Summer Ottershot.
And I'm Kaylin Tilley. The Missouri election results are in, and a world-renowned band is coming to Springfield.
Also, Evangel has a variety of upcoming events that you won't want to miss.
Cameron Lee is here with your forecast, and Emmeline Perkins has your latest sports news. This is Newswatch Today.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Right now we have Cameron Lee to give us the first look at the weather.
Yeah, the weather's been all over the place these past few days, but what's it looking like today, Cameron?
Well, today it is going to be sunny. As you can see, I normally would say that it's clear, but today it's sunny because we've gained that extra hour of sunlight this morning. So it is sunny this morning, 62 degrees, but later into the day it's going to warm up. So that's what we can expect for today. You'll have to stick around for the full forecast to find out.
Thanks, Cameron. I guess we'll know more when you give us your full forecast.
It sounds like a great day ahead. I'm looking forward to all this warmer weather.
Me too. Mercy Meet is coming to Springfield. Tomorrow, November 11th, Mercy Meet will be at the Great Southern Bank Arena with Rend Collective and Andrew Ripp opening the show. It is all a part of Mercy Me's live USA 2022-2023 tour. Tickets to the event are still available. More information on the show and future shows can be found at mercyme.org. You can now watch Evangel University's episode on the 6th season of the college tour on Amazon Prime. The episode, which can also be streamed on Roku TV, highlights many of Evangel's top qualities, told through the eyes of students and alumni. And although it has been live on Evangel's personal website, the series has just released it. Hosted by Alex Boylan, winner of CBS's Amazing Race, this gives prospective students a great glimpse of what student life is like at Evangel without them ever having to step foot on campus.
November is here and fall is fully underway, meaning the AB's Club annual fall event is right around the corner. Harvest Fest is Evangel's annual variety show with spectacles such as skits, video displays, and costume contests. Ever since the event's theme reveal, students have been excitedly waiting for this coming Saturday.
The doors will open at 6 p.m. at the historic Galois Theater in downtown. It's beautiful. If you haven't been there before, it's beautiful. We will start the show just after 7 o'clock. The decor that you'll see are like things surrounding movies, not necessarily like, oh, here is this, this from this movie, though there's some of that, but you'll see like a clapper, and you'll see a ticket, and you'll see a concession stand, and you'll see, all these different kinds of things to kind of get you into the mindset, oh, I'm good. Not only is this about movies, but we're going to the movies. So it's almost like we're presenting Harvest Fest, the movie, is the idea.
With Harvest Fest taking place this Saturday, AB students are working around the clock to get everything ready for setup on show day.
Yeah, so a lot of details go into making Harvest Fest what it is. The small things of just continually contacting with Galois, making sure that we are getting our dates set. We have to reserve rooms to practice in for sketch. So there's a lot of small details that go into it that make the experience so much more grand.
Harvest Fest will take place at 7 p.m. Saturday, November 12th. Tickets are still available, and if you're planning on entering the costume contest, get there extra early to try for a spot in your category of choice. Attorney General Eric Schmidt won the Republican Senate nomination over 20 rivals, including Democrat Bush Valentine. The seat became open after GOP Senator Roy Blunt announced his retirement. The Republican Party is in control of both the Senate and House in Missouri. On Constitutional Amendment 3, 53% of voters said yes to legalize marijuana. On Constitutional Amendment 4, 63% of voters said yes to increase police funding. Evangel's music department is hosting multiple concerts this upcoming week. Tonight, they'll kick things off with their chorale concert featuring both men and women's chorus and chorale, and it will be held in the Barnett Recital Hall at 7:30. We'll also be seeing their honors recital in the Barnett Recital Hall at 5 on Monday, November 14th. where several high excellence musicians will be featured. And capping off the music department's November performances, Evangel's 40-person orchestra will be performing a nearly 3-hour set Tuesday evening, starting at 7:30 in Spence Chapel.
Up next, we'll be visiting with Evangel's video team coordinator to talk about the making of the college tour and its new streaming release.
This and more when we get back after this break.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
Silver Dollar City has announced $30 million of upcoming projects, including major improvements to its infrastructure, student employee housing, and more. Silver Dollar City plans to construct an on-site residence hall for interns with hopes to open the dorm-like project by mid-2023. Furthermore, the well-known and beloved Fried Fancies is returning to the park with waterside dining. Construction also will begin this winter to improve the guest entrance experience for park visitors. Hershen Family Entertainment hopes to complete the parking lot project by 2024. Summer Roddershot is standing by with a special guest. Summer?
Thanks, Kaylin. With me today is Evangel's lead video coordinator, the man who helped pioneer the filming for the college tour, Josh Kingham. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So you were a part of the crew that made the college tour. Can you start by telling us how did you get involved with that?
So me personally, I heard, well, first off, I was a big fan of the show. I've been the video team coordinator here for 4 years at Evangel. And during my lunch breaks, I always like to see what other universities are doing, to kind of keep up with trends. And I kept seeing all of these universities, Baylor, Oregon, UT at Austin, all these huge colleges kept posting these things called the college tour. And I couldn't figure out what it was, but I eventually figured out it was a TV show that went to different campuses to promote the experience on campus. So I was a big fan of theirs, and all of a sudden my boss, the director of marketing, called me into her office and said, "Hey, the college tour is coming to our campus. Are you interested in leading the team?" I'm like, this is my dream. I've prepared so many lunch breaks for this moment. And she said, "You know the most about video stuff and production and timelines and pulling in talent. Can you just lead up this project?" And I said, "Absolutely, that's what I'm here for." So that's how I got involved.
That is so cool. How would you describe working with a college tour through that process? Because they're separate from Evangel, obviously. So how is the dynamic with that?
Yes, they made life really easy. I've worked with other production companies in the past where there's a lot of hecticness, there's a lot of disorganization, but they had the thing down to a T. We will be the 63rd college that will be promoted by them. So they kind of had things as like a working, running formula at this point. The one stressful part was we got into season 6 at the very last minute. So usually it's about a 12-week production cycle. We had 7 weeks.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more intensive than what they normally would have people do.
Yeah.
But they had everything broken down, what needs to happen each week. We hit our checkpoints, and they really made it a lot smoother process.
That is so cool. It's so impressive that you guys had to expedite it, but it still got done. And I've seen it, and I think it looks amazing.
Thank you.
We heard you were also involved in the editing process. How heavy was that involvement?
That was a very interesting process. Usually for larger projects, I'm the lead editor. But on this, the edit team was their production company in Orlando, Florida. But because they came the week after commencement to shoot, the large majority of our events were not shot by them, and nobody was on campus during the summer. So we had to resource them with a ton of footage. We went through tens of thousands of clips, like 40 terabytes of data, and we had about 2 or 3 weeks to get through all of that footage to send to them. And then whenever we were doing revisions, I was having to say, hey, there's actually better footage here. So it's kind of like I was pre-editing and editing for them without my hands on the mouse and keyboard. So it's a little bit stressful and kind of telling them how to edit, but also they're professionals, they know how to edit, but I know all the footage. So it was like a back and forth about how to get the best product possible.
Yeah.
We did a couple calls and kind of smoothed out communication, and even that was a smooth process, but it was a lot more intensive because I'm I just want to hop in there and edit it, but their team needs to do it. So it was a lot of back and forth emails and notes and stuff. So
that sounds super intense. So now that it's all over, how do you feel to see something that you worked on a streaming platform like Amazon Prime?
Yes, I mean, I'm very proud of it. It was a whole team effort. It wasn't just me. So we all celebrated and stuff. We had an event on campus, I think back in September, where we had a big inflatable on campus, inflatable screen, and played it to a couple hundred students and alumni that came back for it. Played it at homecoming and a couple other places. And it's been received really well, which I'm very proud and happy about, because I came to Evangel as a student. I know the difference that it made in my life. So to be able to kind of pay it back through the work that I'm doing and the work that Evangel trained me to do is a very big full circle moment.
That's so cool. How do you think that the episode is going to benefit Evangel?
Again, we're number 63 in the process. We're season 6. And the first 5 seasons, the colleges have all said that they've received big benefits from it. Upticks in enrollment with new students, upticks in donations. So it's been successful to all these other universities, and with the momentum that Dr. Rakes has already created on campus, there's just another tool and another feather in his cap to kind of utilize and promote, to utilize the project to promote Evangel going forward. So it's been successful for all of them. We're excited to see the success it'll be for us.
That is so cool. And if there were to be one major takeaway, what would it be from this project?
Personally?
Yes.
I'd say, to stay working hard and diligent with what you are doing, because in my time at Evangel, a lot of times I've been doing projects that may not be as big as scale as the college tour, and I've always wanted to do the big projects, but I've stayed consistent with the small things, and then whenever the big thing came, we were prepared and ready to send them off a lot of stuff to have a successful episode. So staying consistent in things that you may not think are that valuable end up paying off in the end.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Before we let you go, we actually have the intro ready to play in honor of the College Tour's new release on Amazon Prime. So let's take a look.
Welcome everyone to Evangel University, a leading Christian university with a vibrant community life and robust academic culture located here in beautiful Springfield, Missouri. Evangel strategically produces servant leaders who change lives and impact the world for Christ. EU has plenty to brag about, from its nationally recognized business and education programs to its state-of-the-art fine arts facilities, to its appearances in national athletic tournaments. Evangel has earned its place as a college of distinction. And with official partnerships with international relief organizations such as Convoy of Hope and opportunities for professional internships around the world, Evangel's ethos of compassionate innovation extends from campus to the far reaches of the globe. EU specializes in helping you find a community and developing you professionally and spiritually to become who you're meant to be. I'm your host, Alex Boylan, and over the next half hour, we will explore this beautiful campus and hear from Evangel students, alumni, and even the university's president as they share what it means to experience EU's Valor Spirit. Welcome to Evangel University. This is the College Tour.
So exciting. Thank you so much again for being here with us today, Josh.
Absolutely.
Episode 6 of the College Tour is available now on Amazon Prime and YouTube. Let's go back to the desk with Kaylin and Cameron.
Thanks, Summer. So Cameron, it's been warm these past few days, but what can we expect this upcoming week?
Well, I think we can expect those temperatures to drop, but I'll tell you more about that when we return.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
A new black hole has been found, and it is the closest known one to Earth. The black hole, named Gaia BH1, is about 1,560 light years away from the Earth. The black hole is about 10 times the mass of our sun and orbits another sun-like star. They were able to identify the black hole because of the pull it had on its star and the movement it has caused the star to have. Although this is the closest black hole known, there are more likely more closer, but due to their likely isolation, they are undetectable.
That is so strange to think there are black holes out there that we don't know about.
It's really something to get you thinking. Cameron, what's the weather look like this week?
Well, we can look at our current temperatures. We've already talked about it's sunny outside this early in the morning, something crazy that we're not usually used to, but that time change did happen, so we are seeing that a little bit more. Sunny, 62 degrees right now, but later into the day, it's just gonna get warmer, 77 degrees, partially cloudy. So the clouds are gonna come out just a bit, but it's gonna stay pretty sunny all day. And those winds are actually pretty big today, like 14 miles per hour. So they're gonna be kind of gusting around, and we're gonna feel it in our hair this day today. And then going into tonight, showers, lows of 43 degrees, so it's going to cool down just a bit tonight, but nothing too crazy as well. And something that I noticed is that our temperatures today are 77 degrees, but the record temperature for this time of year is 78 degrees. So we're like right there meeting it. We're at the peak. This is as warm as it's been before. So it's crazy to think that that's how warm it is today as well. Something else to note is sunsets at 5:03 p.m. So that's an early sunset. So driving home from work, the sun is going to be setting. You'll have a great view. And then taking a look at our satellite, we can see we've got another hurricane right now. We've got Hurricane Nicole coming in over Florida right now. And then as well, we can see some precipitation moving over towards us, meaning we're probably going to expect to see some rain later this week. And we can also see a lot of movement up top as well, meaning there's lots of rain, lots of precipitation all across the top as well. And we can look at that in the radar, because over here we can see everything that I just pointed out, all of that movement, that precipitation. Down here, we can see Hurricane Nicole all the way over Florida. And then right through here, this is the precipitation I was talking about earlier. That's what's going to come over the top of us. We're going to begin to feel that later in the week, but not today. We have no rain today, so all of this we can expect to see coming in later. Now, currently, we said it's 77, 78 degrees, but we're thankful we're not St. Louis or Columbia, sitting at 80, 81 degrees. It's a lot warmer there, so we're thankful for our little bit cooler temperatures. But then taking a look at the national forecast, this is all of that rain and the cold front that's coming through. So there's some snow up in Montana, Wyoming area, and so the question is that going to come down on us, or are we going to stay with just this rain through here? All through here, this is all precipitation, all coming over to us. And then over here, we can see Hurricane Nicole is moving over Florida as well. And then taking a look at that 6-day forecast, this is where we're going to see if there's any rain in that forecast for this week. So we can see very clearly all of our temperatures are going to drop. So we can see 40s, high 40s and some low 40s. It's going to be pretty cold, especially on Tuesday with 38 degrees. And then mostly sunny all through here until we get to about Monday with those scattered showers. Those are mainly going to be in the evening because they're going to transfer over into Tuesday with that early rain. And we can see possible snow on Tuesday. And I'm not saying there's going to be snow, but I am saying that there's a chance that rain turns into snow as the temperature drops down to that 38 degrees. Back up to 42 on Wednesday, partially cloudy, so it's gonna balance back out around Wednesday. But that's all I have for you guys today. Back to you.
Just around the corner, Emmeline Perkins will be here to give us the latest in sports.
And we'll honor the memory of late musician Aaron Carter. This and more when we return.
Kids put skis on as they were learning to walk. I want my kids to be able to have those moments with their kids. Being a scientist, I'm worried about climate change in so many different ways for my kids. From the second you have a child, you want to do everything to protect them. I think our action on climate change is no different. It's just an extension of being a mom.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Fans are mourning the death of pop singer Aaron Carter. The 34-year-old was found dead in his home in Lancaster, California, Saturday. From a young age, Aaron Carter was in the limelight. The younger brother of Backstreet Boys, Nick Carter, had his own success as a child pop singer. Songs like I Want Candy and Crush on You raised him to fame. Aaron Carter died on Saturday. Authorities have given no information about a possible cause of death.
That is truly a heartbreaking story.
Yes. Let's move to sports. Standing by is Emmeline Perkins. Thanks, Kaylin. The Evangel Valor women's volleyball team ended their season last Saturday when they fell against William Penn in the quarterfinals of the Heart of America Conference Tournament. With this loss, the Valor ended their season with a record of 17-16 and a 10-9 record in conference play. The Valor hit some milestones this season, including Coach Mary Whitehead's 500th career win and setter senior Sydney Dullivan hitting 1,000 career assists. The women's volleyball team will return in the fall of 2023. The Evangel Valor men's basketball team starts a winning streak when they beat number 4 nationally ranked Oklahoma Wesleyan on Monday with a score of 73-68. The men's basketball team looks to take on another strong team on Monday night against number 13 national ranked Dovers of the University of Science and Arts. The USA men's soccer team qualifies for the World Cup for the first time since 2014. The USA team is the youngest team to compete for the Cup this year. Greg Berhalter is returning to the fight for the Cup as the head coach this year after playing in the 2002 and 2006 tournaments. Watch the team kick off the tournament on November 21st at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. The Manning brothers are always trying something new, even in retirement. Eli Manning most recently joined up with rapper Frizzo Foreign, former Giants teammate Sean O'Hara in the recording studio this past Tuesday. The trio recorded themselves and even dropped some album art with the title Giants on 3, a spin-off the Foreign's new single, 1 on 3. It is unknown when the song will come out, but Manning has dropped a few hints that'll be worth listening to. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Emmeline. It sounds like we'll have some good games and possibly some good music to be listening to soon.
Yeah, it sure does. Up next, Bessie Hendricks reaches the ripe old age of 115. We'll have that story for you after these messages.
When times get dark, we can't see the help that's all around us. Let 211 be your guiding light for mental health and other resources. Call 211 or visit 211.org.
Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant.
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
The past 115 years have had many things happen. 21 presidents, the Great Depression, and 2 world wars. And Bessie Hendricks has lived through it all. The Iowa woman, who just celebrated her 115th birthday, makes her the oldest person in the United States of America. Hendricks' mother died when she was only 13 years old, leaving her to raise all her siblings, and it shows. All of Bessie's children have the same description of their mother, how hardworking she was. Along with being the oldest person in the United States, this also makes Hendricks the 10th oldest living person in the world.
I just can't imagine having that many birthdays.
It would be a lot of candles to blow out. Let's go to Cameron Lee with the final weather update.
Thanks, guys. One last final look at that 6-day forecast. We can see those temperatures have dropped, our coldest day being Tuesday with around 38 degrees. And something big to focus on is the scattered showers on Monday. That's going to possibly be more in the evening and then turn into Tuesday morning with that early rain and possible snow if those temperatures are cold enough. So we'll have to see if that happens as well. And then it's going to level out just a bit back to 42 and partially cloudy on Wednesday. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Cameron. That's all for us today. I'm Kaylin Tilley.
And I'm Summer Ottershot. This has been Newswatch Today. Please join us next week.